Okay, this week I have started and played up to episode 3 of Dispatch.
That is weird because those episodes are like 55 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
They're like really fucking short. I'm kind of shocked you didn't get to episode 4.
Well, because we had to start late because baby stuff, and then we had
That's how it
to
happens.
end because baby stuff, so I couldn't take it to 4. We got 3 in before the day was done.
Are we talking about Dispatch in specific terms or broad terms for the first 3 episodes?
I mean, I don't know how.
So I only have one question.
Yeah,
about the first 3 episodes.
I don't have to go too into detail, but I will say that I guess I'm okay to talk about things broadly. Mm-hmm.
Okay, you know what? I have a question for you that I would like to know the answer to.
Okay, yeah, okay. So my journey was pretty fun because I mean, for one thing, right, the what people can see is right off the bat, I'm looking at this is gonna I'm gonna ruffle some feathers in a second.
Say your words, man. Say your words. Speak your truth.
Yukari walks up and goes, "Hey there, new MC. You're cute." And I'm like, "Get away from me. I don't trust you. This is suspicious."
Really?
Nah.
Really?
I was immediately like, "That's crazy. You're coming in." Yeah, nah. Little Miss Blazer came in a little too hot, you know, right off the bat. So I lean back to observe the situation, and I believe I was correct to do so, much to Reggie's chagrin. But it is funny to see the different our eyeballs are splitting in opposite directions, because hey, look, it's fucking Invisibitch, self-proclaimed, and okay, you are aesthetically what I'm looking for, but what's coming out of your mouth? Oh my god! Oh, Woolie, Jesus!
It might as well be like just a mashup of the CSB taste chart.
Now here's the thing is, I absolutely enjoy a filthy mess that can, you know, crack wise and keep up and all of that. I like some spunk, but the level of absolutely toxic, self-destructive, nightmarish, oh my god, coming out of her, I'm like, well, I guess we're going mountain climbing then, because at the top of this mountain, there's a flag to plant, and the opposite here is a fucking parking lot that may have some twists and turns to it as it may appear, but I guess we're going mountain climbing. Holy shit at that, right off the bat. And this is, of course, already establishing the true answer. Karlach is no longer an answer.
What if Karlach was Daisy Dukes and had an accent? That's not fair.
That's not fair.
That's not fair.
And specifically, Reggie was like, okay, whatever. And then she walks into the scene, and you see the V, and you're like, oh my god, okay, I'm in. Then there was a moment of, yes, which way are you going to lighten the load on the team? Make your staffing decisions, exactly. And I had a simple thought. Look, the whole time I'm playing, I'm like, I'm not a fan of fucking Greasy Razor Ramon, and that dude can eat shit. And unfortunately, I was not provided the option.
No, you were not. You were provided a very different set of options
to let Razor Ramon hit the bricks. So what I did was, I said, I just taught my Man-Bat how to fly and invested in him.
Your choice was set up. Your choice was done for them.
I am not going to lose the unit that I just invested points in. How dare you? So, off she went.
There you go.
Off she went.
So you can totally, if you're just like wildly unlucky, you can teach both. Like there's 2 slots during that mission, so you can actually upgrade one and then the other and be like, well, fuck.
Interesting, because she's pretty useful too, you know. But
absolutely.
And I also noticed as well that there was a little thing happening with the little Irishman, the little fucking you that's like,
The little Jacksepticeye.
exactly. And he's there, like he's like, oh, can you send her out to watch my tournament? And I'm like, nah, do it alone. And he, but it was for the best. So yeah, that's how I decided to play it. No Koopy sandwiches on my team. And
I mean, you say that, but like one of those people is like way into crypto, actually. Like into it.
However, when it comes to who I'd rather fight if they had to come back at me mad, yeah, I'd rather fight fucking Moist Critical.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I spent my stats.
Yeah, you could take Charlie. He's like my height. He's really short.
Dude, we all watched as our materia disappeared into that fucking water. And we all know the pain of like, how dare you rob me of my resources? I'm never again. That feeling, never again. So
nope.
I want my flying Batman, and he's gonna pick up my members and do good.
Also, I mean, he's besties with Malevola, and she's the best person on the whole fucking cast. So
there's that.
That's an easy decision.
I appreciated the little hacking mini game. Makes me miss Nier.
Oh, weird. That is such a, I would never have connected those two dots.
Yeah, there's just something about it that made me feel a little bit like, oh yeah, moving on the little grid, but yeah, that was a fun little mini game. I enjoy that, like that aspect of it. It's definitely kind of weird that like, okay, so you have the QTE on or off was like one of the things.
That's pointless. That shit is actually pointless.
I saw people saying just turn it off, just keep it cinematic. It doesn't.
Oh, when Paige plays it, I'm gonna tell her to turn it off because it literally does nothing.
Yeah, but what it does is keep these weird slowdowns in when you're watching it play out.
Sure, but still.
Yeah, there is a feeling I have where I'm just kind of like, I really like when things are in game. I really like pre-rendered does feel.
Oh yeah, so to people who don't know, Dispatch is a fucking FMV game. Like that game has like no gameplay or polygons at all outside of the Dispatch gameplay and the hacking mini game.
Which means you don't have funny weird bugs of people falling out of world if you're just playing a fucking video.
Or Bigsby doing his stripper dance by accident and you in the background.
It also means you can't rip models and upload them, but no, it is great so far in just those three. And you can tell too that it's like, oh, Critical Role is behind this. Oh, well, here's 8 billion subtitle options. Here is a ton of attention to like how the voice acting is performed, and it's a an absolute star player there is like the line delivery is coming through. I feel like they're trying to hit a medium ground where they're not completely without quips, but they're not MCU quippy.
No. Like basically it's snappy, witty dialogue, but when they're having like a serious moment, they allow it to just have a serious moment.
Yeah,
they don't have that. They're not insecure in their own writing and go, oh, Iron Man's gonna have to make a joke about his butthole here to cut the drama.
You're not gonna necessarily get he's right behind me, isn't he? But you might get a Kung Fu Panda eyebrow raise. You might get a so yeah, that was.
Let me ask you, for the Dispatch gameplay, like the actual core gameplay of the game, how do you like it?
I think I got the hang of it. It took a second to like realize what it needed me to do and stuff, and people were screaming like clear the messages, and I was like, but I think I got the hang of it, and I'm like, yeah, it's basic management stuff. It's I don't play a lot of those games, but it's funner than Championship Manager, I'll give you that.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a little weird when there's moments where they're like, "Nuh-uh, I'm not doing it because plot reasons," or
There's that one bad shift, which is just crazy. I was so stressed out, and that's the intention.
But I'll say that like the desire to like get better at managing the calls and smooth it all over and get in there and use things efficiently is like, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, I want to do a better run. I want to, not have to use that pick me up power to save one of my team members. And then the other thing too, okay, I know this is something where like your mileage may vary depending on who you are, but keywords, sometimes the logic of what the word is trying to get at
is a little nebulous.
And I think that's the game. I think they're purposely,
it is.
Yes,
it kind of is. Yeah.
So, when it was like, if it says like defend against, people that might be fighting you, and you're like,
you're gonna have to chase and fight them. Okay, well, I think I figured it out.
Yes, but that means it's not the fight stat, right? Even though the activity is a fight, it's not the context of the whole sentence that matters. It's the main word,
no, main words.
Plural, yes.
Yeah.
But there were one or two where I thought it was defending and it actually was fighting. There were one or two where I thought it was charisma, but it was actually brains.
Yeah, learning that is the game,
right? Like investigate is like you need your brains to investigate, but sometimes it's like you're investigating by talking to people, like there was another word for like determine, or something like that, or I forgot what exactly it was, but there's a thing that was like, oh, is that charisma or brain? And it was a little bit in between. So yeah, that ultimately is the game. The wording gets a little vague at times. And then in terms of how to build out your characters and stuff, I'm like, I don't know. I'm just covering your bases. I think feels pretty smart. I imagine the requirements are going to get higher and higher as you kind of go like, do I need to spend all 4 team members on one mission over here? I don't think so.
Maybe not.
I
think that gameplay actually is like, so they traded out walking around and talking to people.
Yes.
For the dispatch gameplay.
Yes.
And after having beaten the game, I think that was a really smart decision.
Way better.
Because I really like the dispatch gameplay, and it has a bunch of little twists they can throw at you. Like they'll bring up a new concept which will massively fuck up the strategy that you have been using to succeed.
Yeah, okay.
And then they'll introduce a new thing that you can use to succeed instead.
Because walking around that office and like finding little toys for your dog to then that would have just slowed shit down. Yeah, it would have been nothing.
As such, it's super, super brisk. And the other thing is that I was actually quite bad at the dispatch minigame. I was like pretty bad at, like I get to the end of the first 2 or 3 episodes and I was like, you did better than 15% of people.
Okay.
And it's like, oh, okay,
I did better than 90%. I had,
good job. And then when I got to the final dispatch encounter, which is the game's, final boss essentially, I broke it again. I broke the final encounter and phase skipped a bunch of it and missed out
on like dialogue and scenes and stuff.
A bunch. I missed out on a bunch.
Oh man, that's a fucking bummer. Okay.
I don't know what video games want from me anymore. I thought what they would do is if you do really good, you just hit the next phase and the next phase starts.
But there's so little for you to do here. It's just a spreadsheet. Like click and map.
Yeah, I don't know. I missed out on a phase of my spreadsheet.
Oh man.
That game's great. Performances are super excellent. Very excited to talk to you kind of when you're done. Really. There's not a whole lot of meat on the interim.
And it won't take long, I appreciate the although I did kind of start
He's banging out in one, though the last episode is longer.
Well, I started episode 3 thinking it would be an hour, and it was an hour and a half, so I was like, fuck, okay, like that one trailed a bit. But in general, yeah, it is good for stream formatting when it comes to the length of things. We will encounter what else has to happen. I'm glad I actually stopped at 3 because now I can fully prepare,
You can do like 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, probably.
There's also something to like when you put censorship on where it's like, okay, we're doing this comedic black bar style.
And it's
where
not fast enough. It can't follow Toxic's dick fast enough.
like it's just, you know, like there's ways to go about it, like blur if you need to blur, or cyberpunk it's just gone entirely, etc. But nah, we're gonna put a goofy fucking giant black bar that chases you around, and here's this old man ass.
I think the funniest thing is that like there's two sections of the game where if you have the censored thing it just makes the entire screen black. Like it just blacks out the whole screen. And it's like, well, that doesn't
Damn.
You're not covering it up. Okay, whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that was Dispatch. Gonna take a look at more of that as soon as I get the chance.